The Haunted Hollow gift shop, located on the first floor of a big yellow house with white shutters, was completely dark when Mrs. McGregor parked the car in front of it.
"I thought Mrs. Vanderhoff was expecting us,"
Jessie Aldens said, peering out the car window. "She is," said Mrs. McGregor, the Aldens housekeeper. "I'm not surprised the shop is dark since it's closed at night, but the lights in the upstairs apartment should be on." 10-year-old Violet Alden rolled down the car window and leaned out.
"I think there's someone standing on the porch. It looks like a man in a cape, but he's standing very still."
Their dog, Watch, perched in Jessie's lap, began to growl. The youngest Alden, Benny, asked,
"Can I see?"
He stuck his head out and then jerked back in, bumping against Violet.
"Roll up the window, quick! The man doesn't have a head! Oh, it's there on the ground!"
His older brother, Henry, took a flashlight out of the glove compartment. "It's probably some sort of Halloween decoration." He shone the light on the front of the shop. "It's a scarecrow. He's headless, all right, but the thing on the ground is just a carved pumpkin." Benny moved closer to Jessie.
"The town of Sleepy Hollow is already turning out to be spooky." "There is something strange about that pumpkin head,"
Violet said.
"It's all white." "Is it a ghost pumpkin?"
Benny asked.
"I've seen white pumpkins at farm stands," Jessie told him. "Some people like them because they're unusual." "I think I like the orange ones better," Benny declared. "No ghost pumpkins for me." "Are we sure this is the right day?" Violet asked. "Maybe Mrs. Vanderhoff thought we were coming a different day."
"No, I just talked to Gretchen on Tuesday. I told her your fall break started this Friday," Mrs. McGregor said. The Aldens' grandfather was away on a business trip, so Mrs. McGregor had brought them to the Hudson River Valley to visit one of her old friends, Mrs. Vanderhoff. The children were excited to see how the town of Sleepy Hollow celebrated Halloween, and they were looking forward to going on one of the new ghost tours run by Mrs. Vanderhoff's daughter. Henry Alden snapped on Watch's leash and got out of the car with the dog. "Why don't we ring the doorbell?" The rest of them followed. "The apartment door is on the side of the building," Mrs. McGregor said. Before they could ring the bell, a figure carrying a lantern came out of the shadows between the buildings. Violet, who was in front, let out a little squeak of surprise and took a step back. "Oh, don't be frightened," a woman's voice called. As she came forward, the lantern light showed a woman about Mrs. McGregor's age. "Gretchen!" Mrs. McGregor exclaimed. "We were worried when we didn't see any lights. Children, this is my dear friend, Mrs. Vanderhoff." Mrs. Vanderhoff said, "I'm delighted to meet you. Now, let me guess who's who. I've heard so much about you."
"Guess me first, please."
Benny raised his hand. Well, I know Henry is 14 years old. Are you Henry?" She smiled when she said this to Benny, and the older children knew she was teasing.
"No."
Benny laughed.
"I'm only 6.
"Then you must be Benny, and the taller boy must be Henry."
"You're right,"
Benny said.
"Can you guess the girls?"
Mrs. Vanderhoff smiled again. "The girls are easier to guess because I've heard Violet likes purple, and I see one of you has on a purple sweater." Violet nodded. "I also know you're an artist," Mrs. Vanderhoff continued. "I hope you brought your paints. The Hudson River Valley is a famous spot for painting."
"I did bring them," Violet said. "I'd like to try to paint some of the trees with their fall colors."
Mrs. Vanderhoff turned to Violet's sister. "So you must be Jessie," she said, shaking Jessie's hand. "And I'd recognize Watch anywhere." She patted the dog, and the terrier wagged his tail. "I'm sorry it's so dark, but the power is out," she explained.
"The dark made your porch look scary,"
Benny said.
"We thought the scarecrow was a headless man," Violet added.
Mrs. Vanderhoff looked puzzled. "The scarecrow isn't supposed to be scary. My daughter Anika carved a happy face on the pumpkin head."
"Well, the pumpkin head is on the ground," Jessie said.
Henry shone the flashlight so Mrs. Vanderhoff could see it. "Oh, that's too bad. The pumpkin must have fallen off the scarecrow frame. Anika wouldn't make a headless scarecrow. She doesn't like scary Halloween decorations."